to keep me astir in a day and night dream state of hunger and thirst for the next time your erotic nectar graces my tongue. All right, well, this is a poem about the good, the bad, and ugly that comes with beer. And then it's spelled, the title is spelled B-I-E-R, you know, like the German word for beer, but also the funeral beer, you know, that Hindus burn their dead on traditionally. Beer is a beauty. Beer is a bitch. Beer is a scratch from my vilest itch, an itch from my finest scratch. Down the hatch batch of high satisfaction, a recipe for extreme stupefaction, a flood disguised as a dream panacea, and whether or not I wish to see it, a slow tide of suicide. The blue moon is high and the beer sea is strong as I down another and continue this song swell without a tune. This sickeningly sweet, I scream sundown, melting as I search for a silver spoon that does not exist in a glass of whatever's on tap. Getting pissed, fancying myself an inimitable wordsmith while I wanly regurgitate yesterday's news, my blues rhyming with bruise, and still thirst unquenchably for the deluge to deliver me to low, dry land and sober death. Thank you. Unfinished. Here's the poem I could not write. Here's the night I could not sleep. Here too's the night you could not keep faith. Here's the wraith, jealousy, taunting me. Here's the wanting I cannot fulfill. Here's the hill I cannot climb. Here's the time I mime my heart and flail. Here's the failure I've become. Here's the numb anger. Here's the danger. Here's the manger where Jesus lies, a baby again. Here's the sin he will not grow old again to die for. Here's the why for, an eye for an eyesore, and a whore for more. Here's the chore I've become. Here's the sum of my unquiet desperation. Here's my need for infinitely recurring validation. Here's my long drawn out dissipation. Here's my scattershot elation smashed to feathers like a bird on an eerie hotel window. Here's the din roaring. Here's the warring I am afraid to win or engage in. Here again, I simply could not say no, except to what I love most. Here I'm toast, and the poem I could not write is finished. We are not. All right, well, thank you all so much for listening and for being such kind people. And I'm very much looking forward to all y'all. I got one more short, I think it's a poem. to read, and it's entitled Half Right. T.S. Eliot said poetry is not a career. He was only half right. It is not a car, but it is an ear.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Sorry, I forgot to start recording until about halfway through your set, but
that's all right.
Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And John, would you throw into the chat where they can order your books?
Oh, certainly.
Because
all
I'm
those
sure
poems
some
I
would...
read and a whole lot more come from Rattle Numb.
Excellent, excellent, both. Very, very nice. And are you planning on reading at any other events in the future?
Yeah, actually, on Thursday, I'll be reading for Matthew Hubert's Neuronautic Institute Zoom series. I'll be one of 4 featured poets. The other 3 are Chris Van Noy from California, Laurie DeRosier from Massachusetts, and Rescue Poetics, who's the current Beat Poet Laureate from New Jersey. So all 3 of those are really great poets.
Excellent. Not as great as you, though.
Oh, au contraire.
I think you're fantastic.
Well,
and thank you
sir.
again for joining us. And I will be seeing you here locally. I'm going to stop the recording. And now we start with our open mic. And we have a lot of people signed up for it. So we will start. And everyone, as you came in, I put you on the list, so you don't have to worry about asking me to sign up to read. And you've each got 5 minutes, give or take. And we will begin with Richard Spisak.
Well, thank you, my brothers. An honor to be here among this fine select group. One of the things I like most about poets is, what do you bring? You bring your truth, you bring your heart, and it doesn't get any better than that. So without any further ado, let me start with these 2, and I hope you enjoy them. This first one is called 14,000 Iranian Women. 14,000 threatened, 14,000 so far reckoned, 14,000 scheduled to die. Why 14,000 more? For a hideous, pitiless lie. For the lie they understood God, God gave them the nod to use the awful, lawful, remorseless rod. Yes, and kill all they like in the name of law and God. To rule with such inconceivable evil and steal these glorious souls, unbelievable. Not content to despoil statues and poison minds left behind, their bloody story, their glory find, they would try to silence truth, that women's lives are vital. They would mark and mar these lives and fill fresh graves with women's lives. And all their hateful, murderous lies, 14,000 will not ever be silenced with this awful and pitiless violence. 14,000 will not be silenced, not now, not ever, even with this violence. 14,000 Iranian women. And many of you, I know, have been chided for this or that. How dare you say this? How do you have that opinion? And I was moved to write this, and maybe it'll make you smile. Who am I to wonder? Who am I to wonder? Who am I to praise? Shouldn't I just shuffle by, not waste my time?